Alrighty everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're getting caught up on some more Shonen Jump stuff today. There's been quite a bit of a backlog that's been built up while I've been away from the channel. So we're going to try to get around to as much of it as we can today. So I've already covered all the Goku Rakugai and Spy Family chapters that dropped while I was away. So today we're going to get around to the Kaiju and Akane Banashi chapters that have piled up. Or at least as much of them as we can anyway. But there's going to be a lot of good content coming your way, so if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let us dive into with Kaiju No. 8, Chapter 123 by Naoya Matsumoto, with translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Phil Christie. We'll pick up where we left off last time with Kafka going, "Please extend the restricted area to a radius of 5 kilometers. He's coming out." And Hoshina's like, "He?" He's like, "Kafka, you know what that thing really is?" It's like, wait, what? Hold on. Or we'll talk about this at the end, but he showed up 400 years ago to scorch the earth during the Edo period. He's a major historical living cataclysm, an amalgamation of countless kaiju that lie beneath the surface of this country. The Dai Kaiju of the Maireki era. And you see everyone just reacting in shock and surprise as kind of launches itself up almost like a worm, with all these mouths and things gaping off of it. Will say I do like that panel shot of it looking like a weirdo. And Hoshina's like, "Did you say Maireki? That's the legendary monster." And Narumi's like, "An amalgamation of kaiju. That explains the innumerable signal sources." And you see it letting out this giant shockwave blast that's just cutting everything into rubble, blasting everyone backwards. And Kafka's like, "Once I take you down, it's over." And he tries to punch at it as it just blocks with one of its arms. And he's even just trying to land a flurry of blows on it, and it's just blocking all of them. It's it turns out he's much stronger than he was 400 years ago. That's going to be a good chapter title for this one. Alright, so I was first I'll slip past him and find his core. And you see it trying to do the weird writing attack it does. And Kafka just barely manages to dodge. Just takes a big slice out of him. He's like, ugh! It's he's growing even more in force. I need to find a way to dodge this or I'll never get near him. And you see a giant mouth just opening up on his back and letting out a sonic scream. He's like, "What the?" It's what is it this time? Fucking, are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? It's a countless number of new kaiju signals. No, wait! And you see, fucking, I cannot remember what, it's been so long, I cannot remember what, fucking curly-haired guy's name is. Is it Igarashi? No, it's a different guy. What the fuck is his name? Iharu. You see Haru be "Whoa, what the hell? Don't tell me this means..." And you see a Goth Kokoro who's also kind of starting to reform itself. It's the kaiju corpses! And you see the kaiju with their organs and things still blown apart. With still all their wounds intact. Starting to get back up again. Jeff, the neutralized kaiju are revitalizing one after another! It's number 9's ability. Kafka's "What's the range?" It's "The range is all of Toku, no!" And you have a gross. It's all of Japan, and you see just signals just blaring up all over the map. It's the entire country. And you see Mina getting head bashed by one of the kaiju she took out. And you see Narumi and Hoshina are also getting surrounded. He's "The revived kaiju are starting to converge. Everyone's already spent. It's gotta hurry!" And you see the kaiju just doing a bunch of the sorry, which way am I going? Give me a second here, sorry. Doing a multi-pronged tackle. Let me see if I can get this rotated. Yeah. So you're kind of doing a multi-pronged attack with the symbols now. And you see, as it blinks at him, you see Kafka just trying to defend himself. It's just a flurry of slashes. He's "I can't get near him!" And Ocean's "Crap, just like before. Looks like the key to this fight is..." And you have Narumi going, "Retina numbers, weapon 1. Use Retina's foresight to open a path for number 8. It's "But you won't have the strength left to..." And Narumi's "I'm not going to do it." And you see a doom as there's a giant explosion. It's "Of course. I assume you've already studied his movement patterns through my vision in advance." Oh, fucking Christ, man. Come on, series, really? Really? I guess we'll talk about this once we're done. But it's like, well, my dumb disciple, and you see Kikora doing like her signature, like flipping her hair back with the whip, as she that. Fuck, man, I don't even know what the hell to say about this. But you see that her eyes have like the same like cross-eyed retinas of number ones, and she's like a foolish question. Oh, fucking Christ, man, I don't know. Alright, I guess some quick thoughts about this chapter. I mean, this is kind of the problem of like reading series week to week and not like keeping up with the volume stuff, because I keep forgetting things that happened, and then the inconsistent release schedule really doesn't kind of help, because I was for sure thought everyone already knew that this was the Daikaiju of the Mayuriki era. Like this wasn't like brand new news to everyone else, that this was what the new enemy was. But I guess we really only did see it through Kafka's flashbacks. I guess he was the only one that really kind of understood or knew like the true face of the enemy. But I don't know, it just feels weird kind of having you like be like, oh, like doing like the cryptic, like he's coming out, and then doing the whole like, oh, it was like the kaiju that showed up like 500 years ago. It's like, I thought we'd already gotten this. It was like a little bit impacted when you got like the reveal again to like the more general like audience and everyone else. Especially because because the series hasn't really delved super deep into the history of like the kaiju when they showed up, like historical events, things like that. So having everyone just react to be like, oh my god, not the kaiju of the Mayuriki era, it's like that one from that cataclysm for all those years ago. It kind of lands with like adult impact, so we don't really know like the baseline of like the knowledge of kaiju history on things for this world. But apart from that, it's like Kafka playing Mr. Obvious being like, oh, it turns out he's stronger than he was 400 years ago. It's like, well, if he was weaker, it'd be kind of a different moot point, wouldn't it, Kafka? And it's like, oh, if I don't find a way to dodge like these slashes, I'll never get near him. It was like, alright, thank you again, Captain Obvious. Apart from that, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't feel anything about like all the neutralized kaiju revitalizing one after the other, because again, there really is no real source of like tension or things in the series, given the way that the rest of this battle has been playing out. So being like, oh my god, the kaiju have been like revitalized once again. Like, you don't really get a sense of like the defense forces like fatigue at this point, having been fought this battle for so long. You don't get a sense of like their fatigue or like despair, like, oh no, like the enemy are getting like revitalized again, like how are we going to survive this round? Which kind of brings me to like the bits at the end where they're just like, oh, you know, like looks like the key to this fight is red numbers weapon 1. Because I think I theorized earlier that the one way I would have liked to have seen this battle go is for Kafka to kind of like do the realization, like, you know, I can't fight this by myself. I need everyone else to kind of like help and assist me as much as they can, to do like a team combo effort to take the kaiju down. And it's kind of blunted by the impact that the only ones we've really seen do that so far are Hoshina and Narumi. And even though we saw like all of the other rest of the squad getting like their own unique weapons and all that stuff, none of them have played like any kind of major role in this story or in this battle thus far. So then having it reveal at the end, be like, oh, you know, Kikoru somehow, like, I don't want to call this a retcon yet, but I'm just like, alright, I don't know when the hell Kikoru would have possibly gotten these eyes implanted in her to be able to use the numbers weapons, or the compatible, or like why she suddenly has compatibility with like number 1. So it's bringing up a lot of questions I don't know if Matsumoto's going to have like really good answers for. Especially because way back, I think at the beginning, we had like the whole thing like, oh, you know, we found compatible users for all the other numbers weapons. And my question is like, all right, where are they now? Like, because we have the whole like kaiju signals that are appearing all over Japan, are we going to actually see those characters now showing up in like disparate battles all over like Japan, fending off these other kaiju? Because I think this is again something I'm coming back to. Like, the more this battle drags on, the further we get into it, the less likely I am to see like this series continuing past this big battle and kind of continuing to keep going. Because I do not think it has the staying power after this to keep going in like interesting, compelling directions story wise. So we'll see what happens from here. But it's just like, it's one of those things where I'm like, this is a twist, but not in a good way that kind of makes me excited. And like, don't get me wrong, I love Kikoru. I absolutely, like, she's my daughter. I love her character. But this is not the way I kind of wanted to see her get developed throughout the series. So I guess we'll see what happens. So with all that said, I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you feel differently about this, sudden reveal, please let me know as well how you feel about that. But yeah, really unsure about where it's going from here. But like I said, a bunch of Spy Family, Gokurakuga, Kanabanashi Kaiju will be all coming your way this weekend. And then hopefully I'll get back to read through sometime soon. Maybe I'll do like another channel update video with regards to that. But a lot to look forward to. So like I said, if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.